Can you hear? Is it okay? Can you hear? You can't. You can hear there. Okay? Can you hear? Can you hear? Then you can go near that, sit down by the side of that. Because I also, can you hear now? No. Okay? There is some noise coming. No, that there is some static sound coming. Okay? Huh? All right? Can you hear now? You can hear? Because you are getting it from the... Okay, can you hear now clearly? All right. Please switch off your phones. Close your eyes for a minute, please. Yesterday, when I was coming back to Chennai, some person was there naturally. We were traveling together, he was on my left side. And he saw this dress, and I was sitting down quietly. Then he was, I think, felt inspired to ask me a question. He says, "Can I ask you a question?" I said, "Yes." He said, "In our tradition, they say everything is divine. Everything is same, equal. Everything is, there is nothing called high or low. All are one and the same. And he quoted also a line, Samam hi Brahma, which I gave to as the topic for the today. Brahma, the truth absolute, is same. Everybody is same. There is no comparison, no competition, nothing high or low, everything is same. How do you say that? I say very simple. Long before you go into the truth absolute, you have to ask your own, understand your own relative identity. And the most difficult part of this understanding is, from childhood onwards, we have been literally brainwashed or fed with the idea that we should be better than everybody. Nobody tells us that nobody tells us that's okay to be mean whatever standard I am in. But you should be better than somebody. When you go to school, you should be better than every other student. If everybody scores 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60%, you should have 100%. If you have got a job, you should have the best job. No work, more money. You have got a house, you should have the bigger than the biggest. Meaning from the day one, we have been pushed into thinking that I should be better than everybody. So you feel ashamed to say, I am of the same level. We are all in the same type of house. No, I should have a bigger house, bigger job. This is how we have been told. It is as though a shame to be of same level as your brother or your sister, your friends, your relatives, or any other citizen of this country or the world. We should be always better. Yes, friends, this comparison is something which you cannot escape in the relative world. Like Himalayas height, Everest mountain, Everest, the peak of the Everest, 29,000 feet. That is the highest point in the world. And we are on the sea level. Something 100 feet, 1,000 feet, 10,000 feet, 20,000 feet. There is a comparison which you cannot escape. If you look at the individual things, comparison exists. If your vision is the totality, there shall be end to this comparison. Meaning, whether it is the highest point or the lowest point, the depth of the Pacific Ocean or the height of the Himalayan mountains, if you say it is Prithvi, the earth, suddenly everything disappears. No comparison. If you think of the space, there will be no comparison. If you think of the planet or the star, there will be comparison. So thus we can see in the visible universe, there will be two dimensions, relative dimensions and there will be an absolute dimension. Unfortunately, nobody talks about the absolute dimension. What is the absolute dimension? We have seen it so many times, but even after seeing many times, many people still do not seem to understand. the simple thing about the Atma Vidya, understanding about yourself. If you say, who are you? Everybody starts with the same word, I am, that is the first. I am announcing our presence. Who are you? I am. I only hope, friends, you see it very clearly, but there is nothing very complicated about it. Who are you? When this question is asked to you, just think, I am speaking. I ask this question, who are you? Sit down quietly and listen to me. I say, who are you? How the communication is taking place. I spoke the word, who are you? If you are deaf, you shall look at me as though I have not spoken anything. But if you listen to it, meaning that your ears report the sound and that statement, it becomes a thought inside. Who are you? And it automatically changes in your head. When I say, who are you? You don't answer, you are somebody. No. So in your head, who are you becomes, who am I? If I am asking you, who are you? You are not you, for you. Very, very peculiar, huh? Just think of it. You are not you for yourself. You are I. So the thought changes there. Who are you? If the answer is getting formed, it shall come with I am. Not only you are aware of the question, who are you? But when the answer is formed, I am, that thought also you are conscious. So with the consciousness, the communication is complete. Make it very simple. With the consciousness, communication is complete. With the consciousness, the conversation begins, question begins, thought is created, and the first answer comes inside you. And you say, I am, and that thought you must be conscious of. Because if I have asked in English and you do not understand that language, you shall still looking at it as though nothing is happening, because what I am speaking means nothing to you. Even if you don't understand what I am speaking, you are conscious. But in case this answer is coming to you because you understand the language, again you are conscious. Are you getting that point, please? In our very conversation, in the very beginning of the conversation, consciousness is involved. For me to ask you a question must be formed in my head. What am I going to talk to these people? Absolute, relative. So I ask them, please tell me, in order to explain the absolute relative, I say, please tell me, who are you? So I am repeating a thought which is in my head, unknown to you. And if I say, please listen, you are waiting. How? Being conscious. Suppose I don't speak, a question will come. Why is he said, please listen, and speaking nothing? That you are conscious. That answer will come in so many different modes. If you are in a little restless mode, why this person is telling? They listen to a question, but no questions asked, stupid. Or another person say, okay, wait, let us see what is speaking. So whether the answer is in a very, what type of mood is inside you? You are a little restful, your thought will be different. You are restless, the thought will be different. You are quick to react, thoughts will be different. Your thoughts will come depending on what type of mood you enjoy inside. But consciousness is not a mood. Are you getting that, friends? Please. Consciousness, being conscious, is not a mood. As I told you, the last class is so very, very, very important, friends, and I hope you catch it. To be conscious, listen carefully and write it down in your head, print it wherever you like, but see this truth forever in your life. To be conscious, you don't have to be conscious of anything. To be conscious, what should you be conscious of? If you are conscious of a thought, thought is there, you are conscious. Thought is not there, are you unconscious? You are still consciousness. So from that point itself, even before our conversation begins, our communication begins, samam hi Brahma. The questioner and the person who is going to respond, both are same in the beginning of the communication, conversation. If you are satisfied with your being yourself, being who you are, consciousness, I am very comfortable with myself being consciousness, we don't have to talk. Maunam vyakhya pragatita param brahma tattvam vivanam. Gurustu maunam vyakhyanam. Shishyastu chinna sanshaya. Amazing verses. Our tradition, this Guru Parampara, this Dakshinamurti, Guru and all that, is so beautiful. Gurustu maunam vyakhyanam. Silence is eloquence. Maunam vyakhya. A contradiction in terms. Silence eloquent. Silence is so eloquent that when no sound is there, it is still there. But sound is not there. Eloquence of the sound is temporary. Eloquence of the sound. The volume. The decibel. It can be low and can be high. Silence always there. Even before the communication begins, if we have assumed the role of a speaker and a listener, you are a singer, I am a listener, any type of communication, speech-wise. I want to speak to you. I want to touch. Touching also is a communication. Hey, come on, let's go. Touch. Don't want to talk to anybody, just touch it. The person looks at you. Shall we go? Yes. Even before you see, open your eyes to see something. Before your seeing begins, it begins with consciousness. Let us have some food before your tongue tastes something. Consciousness is there. Before you smell something, your smell comes up, you are conscious. Consciousness is not a smell, it's not a taste, It is not a sight, it is not a form or a color, it's not a touch, any sensation, touch, nor it is a sound of any kind. Samam. That is how everybody begins. And that is how everybody, don't say ends, never ends. Even it doesn't begin, it's a beginningless beginning. Anadi, Ananta, Nitya, Sarvagata, Sthanu, Achalo, Ayam, Sanatana. In that dimension, which is absolute, Nitya, eternal, all-pervasive, immobile, eternally present, no movement of any kind, what we call as the absolute. But as I was giving the example to explain the absolute, if I am here, you are there. I am conscious, you are conscious. Absolute. There is no need to talk. Gurustu maunam vyakhyanam. The teacher never opened his mouth. Shishyastu chinna sansaya. They are all doubts gone. Let us meet our eyes, meet with our eyes. You look at me, I look at you. Just see. We don't do that because we are so restless all the time, restless. Why simply sitting there? So simply sitting is not good enough. You must speak something, or else why wasting time? Yes. You must do something. Touch, taste, smell, walk, run. So you begin with some type of a work. Do you begin only if you start talking, speaking, thinking, touching, tasting, moving? Long before the movements begin, immobility is shining. Long before the words begin, silence is always there. Silence is absolute. It can never be lost. Immobility can never be lost. Consciousness can never be lost. Everything else will have a beginning. So if I ask you, who are you? What does it mean? I am as though moving from the absolute standpoint of consciousness, all pervasive, to a relative dimension. This body is me. So I am asking you, who are you? And this word, who are you, will become a question in your head. Sound that will be reaching there is, who are you? And it will change itself inside your head. You have to answer, I am. Suppose that word doesn't begin, I am. Will you not be there? If you don't say I, will you be unconscious? Remember that statement. To be conscious, you don't have to be conscious of anything. Beat that. Try to dismiss that statement as frivolous and meaningless. Rather, one statement that will counteract every statement. To be conscious, what should you be conscious of? To be conscious, what role should you assume? Now if you can never find it difficult with the simplest, but in case somebody listening for the first time, silence. What words you should have, what sound you should have for the silence to exist? To be silent, be the silence. What sounds you require? To be the space, what form you should require? What color you should require? For the space to exist, what form should be there? What color should be there? What a taste should be there? What a touch should be there? What sight should be there? Space is space. So when you are asked, who are you? Your ears report the sound. True to that sound, language, the thought is formed. You are asked, who are you? The answer is formed in your head as what? I am. Who is speaking to you? Your mother whispering? Your father? Your teachers in the school? So there are two types of teachers. Yesterday was the day for yesterday, fifth day in India, Teachers' Day. Teachers' Day means Aparavidya, Guru. Mata, Pita, father, mother. Those who teach us about the world. And then you go to school for a formal learning, somebody teaching you different types of teachers, different types of topics, language teacher, science teacher, arithmetic teacher. And when they ask you, who are you, you have to give them a relative answer. I am son of so-and-so, I have come here to learn, I want to learn history or mathematics or something like that. There they will not say, tell me who are you? No. They are there to provide you an identity, provide you a role. You go there to be somebody. You go there as though nobody, because in the relative world, absolute is yet to be discovered. So there you have to say, I am from that village, I am the son or daughter of that, this or that. Your relative identity is expected. If you don't have, they will give it to you. From which village you come? Who are your parents? What language you speak? Then they will teach you arithmetic, language, history, geography. Listen. So in that learning, what happens? I was just thinking about it because of that day yesterday. That function. What are they teaching you? A subject. History, historian. Geography, geographer. Science, a basic science student. Sophisticated, scientist. Dancer, musician, painter, artist, different types of topic. And then, when you went there, you did not go with any particular identity. You are open. Now, when you pick up a knowledge, you get a relative identity. If you history, historian. Mathematics, mathematician. Language, language teacher. Science, science teacher. The general subjects to go away, go into professional line. Engineering, engineer. Medicine, doctor. Law, lawyer. Art, artist. An athlete, become an athlete. Athletics, you become athlete. These are the relative identity which you pick up. Nobody there talks about the absolute identity. In fact, absolute identity with which you are born, the consciousness that you are, is completely relegated to the background. Nobody talks about it. And we get so enamored and so obsessed with our relative, so-called important identities that the absolute becomes a taboo subject. God is not talked. Totality is never mentioned. We come out of the school as pandits of relative knowledge. If anybody talks about totality, Ishvara, and you are not supposed to talk. That is why in the secular schools, God should not be mentioned in any possible way. Why? That is your personal belief. Okay? What is your personal belief about yourself? Think, friends. What is your personal belief about yourself? You are dancing, holding on to a relative identity given to you as your personal identity. You are a language student. You are a history student. You are a player. You are an artist. And that by itself is not enough. You have to exchange that knowledge to make some money. Then you shall be a poor teacher or a very rich educationist. How much you use your relative knowledge? Poor engineer, very rich. Understand, friends. So those are the religious teachers. Those are the secular teachers. They give me secular identities. Listen, please. They don't talk about the absolute. And in case you are given that in a philosophy class, that also becomes another identity. You are a philosopher. It's not you. You know about philosophy just to earn some money. Some people talk about history, geography, mathematics. You talk about the philosophy of different schools. You know what all different schools of thoughts you know, but there is no original thought for yourself. You don't know who you are. So these are the teachers we call as the Apara Vidya teachers. What is Apara? All the Vedas, all the, every informations. Rigveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Atharvaveda, all these, listen please. Shiksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, Chandas, Jyotisha, Nirukta, the languages, grammar, all these things are you. And then you are so obsessed with one identity or the other, there is so much of conflict in life. And then on that Guru Divas, what they are talking? Students are told to stand in front of the teachers, and what will they quote? Upanishad mantras. Are the mantras that the wise people have written down. Shankara, like Guru Stotram. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara. So this is culture. Culture means chanting some Sanskrit. Why are you chanting? Who is chanting? For whom you are chanting? Don't worry. Just repeat some Sanskrit words. So you are a cultured person. So that teacher who is sitting down there, who teaches you language or history or something, if you tell him, Guru Brahma, meaning you are Guru, you are Brahma, Guru Vishnu, you are Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, you are Ishvara, you are Shiva, Guru Sakshat, Param Brahma. These ideas, these verses are kept alive. You are supposed to get by heart to repeat once in a whole year, and talking to a Guru who shall be wondering, Enada Pesra, what is he talking? Guru Brahma, I am Brahma, I am Vishnu, I am Maheshwara. What is he talking about? Param Brahma? Well, he doesn't know anything about it. Are you getting that point? The person will feel ashamed. But you are supposed to talk. The students don't know what they are chanting. The teachers don't understand what they are being chanted to. But a culture. Think of it. If you tell him you are Brahma, you are Vishnu, you are Maheshwara, what will they understand? I am a teacher, or I am a father, I am a mother. Some relative identity. So when you have given so many relative identities, the I drags it to himself. Like I told you, who are you? Your thought will come, who am I? And you will try to pick up that identity. What is that? Man or woman, young or old, rich or poor. Are you getting that? Rich or poor, employed, unemployed, married, unmarried. Do you have children, no children? Oh, these are relative identities. And who picks it up? One thought, I. And when I am asking you a question, who are you? That thought becomes for you inside, I am. And then you grab any of the informations inside. In relation to your job, you are employed, unemployed, teacher or an officer, military or police. In relation to your riches, you are rich or poor. In relation to a profession, you are an athlete or a movie actor or entertainer, politician, history, anything. A scholar or uninformed. But to announce your relative identity, you must be conscious. For me to question you, I must be conscious. For you to respond, you must be conscious. So the consciousness, your being you and me being me, is the absolute identity. As I told you again, please remember it and see that for yourself. To be conscious, you don't have to be conscious of anything. If you are conscious of something, that's very good. You are aware of the continuously changing universe, including your own body. Continuously changing universe is a relative world. Morning, evening, dawn, dusk, winter, summer, rain, spring, desert, mountains, jungle, river, relative landscapes. Picture of those thoughts, relative pictures of relative world, continuously changing. But consciousness is the part of the entire relative phenomenon. What you see, changing. That which you see, your eyes, changing. Eyes is seeing and the thoughts forming, ears hearing and thoughts forming, the thoughts also relative, continuously changing. But one thing that doesn't change at all is your self-consciousness. So the Paravidya Guru is one who gives you the supreme knowledge, the absolute, which never changes with a changing perception, which never changes with the changing thoughts, which never changes with the changing condition of the universe, which includes your body, your mind, your thoughts, your memories. Matta smruti jnanam apohanam cha. As Bhagavan says in Gita, for me comes matta, from me. Smruti, memories of every kind. Jnanam, informations of every kind. Apohanam, forgetfulness. Consciousness is not a forgetfulness. You cannot forget there anything. Why? Tasya smruti tatra dudhaiva nishtha. The moment you try to remember, listen carefully, oh boy, it's so beautiful. The moment you try to remember, you are already conscious. You want to remember your past, you want to remember the language, you want to remember the experience or sensation of a sound, the experience or sensation of any touch, to remember the experience or sensation of any sight, or any taste, or any smell, to remember your childhood, your youth, your old age, or you have to project into future. In that very attempt to remember something, first thing that happens without any effort is Chetana, consciousness. Where do you bring back your memory? In the field of eternal consciousness, memories flash. Even if the memories do not come, consciousness is there, but the I thought tortures itself. I think I am becoming forgetful. I don't think I am remembering anything anymore. Ishvara, what are you doing? That is the absolute. So please see that, friends. Samam hi Brahma. Brahman, that is Bruhatatvat Brahman, the bigger than the biggest. Not really bigger than the biggest. In fact, Swamiji, when we were learning these things, he had a beautiful explanation. The big, when you say the word big, it's an adjective because it qualifies a noun. Big elephant. Suppose I say in the room, can you say big elephant? Will you look inside the room or will you go out? Because when you say elephant big elephant can't be in the room. So where is it? You go away to see big elephant. Big star, where shall you look? Down? Big ant, will you look at the space? So big means what? Elephant big. So big is an adjective. It qualifies the noun. But suddenly big becomes a noun and it is qualified by elephant big, mountain big, car big, house big. Wow! That bigness, that is the abstract noun, becomes noun. It is qualified by everything. That bigness known as the Brahman. How beautiful. Very difficult, because we have been told big Brahman, big means that which qualifies everything. Bigness, consciousness, all pervasiveness is qualified by a limited object. Mountain big, lake big, ocean big, cow big, house big, car big, bigness, abstract, always there, Brahma, consciousness. Brahman, if you want to name it, Brahma. Bruhatatvat Brahman, the bigger than the biggest, because bigness itself is not big. Bigness is not big. Big is a limited dimension. And it is qualified. Big means what? What are you referring to? Car big, oh, so big car. House big, so big house. Big man, so 7 foot 4 inches. So the big is continuously qualified in relation to an object, but itself unqualified. Who you are is eternally unqualified. Like the space is bigness. The space cannot be housed, but there will be house space. In the space, house is there, house space, cave space, car space, lake space, ocean space, country space. But space remains undivided. Think, friends, beautiful. Consciousness remaining undivided, thoughts remain divided. That is why in Bhagavad Gita, so beautifully Bhagavan says, Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu, vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Hey Arjuna, Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu, in and through everything, indivisibility is existing as though divided. Bhuteshu avibhaktam, vibhaktam iva cha sthitam, existing as though divided. Absolute consciousness, undivided, indivisible, existing as though divided. That's why Bhagavan says, Samoham sarvabhuteshu, aham sarvabhuteshu shama. I am same in all the beings, in and through everything. Na me dveshya asti, na me priyo asti. There is nobody I dislike, or there is somebody I like more. Nothing. Same thing will be talked out in Lalita Sahasranama. sarvalokatita, sarvagunatita, sarvatita, samatmika. O Mother, you are lokatita, beyond all fields of experiences. Gunatita, all qualities, kindness, this and that. Sarvatita, in fact you are beyond everything. But samatmika, you are same in and through everything. When the sameness is so, what shall I say, imposing, like you can't escape the space outside, you can't escape consciousness as though inside. Thoughts are not housed in this outside space. Thoughts exist in Chidakash, consciousness, in and through everything. So samam. Therefore, when I understand myself as I am, can I superior to anybody? Can I be inferior to somebody? As long as you think you are superior to people or inferior to people, you don't know anything. So when people say, from the childhood, don't be an average man, you must be somebody. So the message is sent that you can't be just. Like you love me, but you love somebody more, Who shall say that? The person who doesn't love himself or herself. If I love myself, do I need somebody to love me? There can be somebody to hate me. That's their choice. But nobody can love me. If they love me, they must love me as I am. And how they love me as I am? If they love themselves as they are. If they love themselves as they are, if you love yourself for who you are, you shall love everybody for who they are. But if you love yourself for what you have, you shall love people for what they have. I love money. How many people have money like me? I'm young. How many people are young like me? I love the big job, political power, historical importance. How many people have those things? When you love yourself for what you have, you can't escape giving importance or loving people for what they have. But when you know yourself, you love yourself for who you are, you love everybody for who they are. It doesn't matter they have something or they do not have something. Samam hi Brahma. How beautiful. But when you go into the school, college, university, growing up in a life where you have been told that you must be better than others. Yes, that is nice. In the relative world is nice. And then you shall say, you bring glory to the country because you run the fastest, you swim the fastest, you jump the longest. Competition. Just imagine. Nothing wrong. That is beautiful entertainment. Somebody can run faster, beautiful. But for everybody to compete, what will happen? There is a different fields of competition. Athletics, acting, dancing, jumping, money making, appearing to be very beautiful when you are so ugly. Why? Makeup. All makeup. Bridal makeup. Bridegroom makeup. Making up for the occasion. What happens to the athletes when they are old? We have been trained to remember their name also. Who was the Olympic gold medalist in 1973? Boy, I was not even born, but I have to remember these people. Myself, don't remember. Don't remember yourself. Because who are you? Ordinary, useless fellow. You have no degree, no job. So you destroy, understand the point. You destroy the humanity. You want to be on the top of all dead bodies. You kill everybody. You're useless. That is why even your family, your mother will hate the father, your father will hate the mother, the parents will hate the children, children will hate the parents, siblings, so there will be a fight, it will be a countryman, nationality, international community, interplanetary, interstellar community. That disease shall spread everywhere. Why? Because you want to be special. You are an owner, so you have a special thing. They are working for you, they are ordinary. Oh, I see. Did Krishna differentiate between Duryodhana and the boy, what is his name, Sudama? We listen to this story, but we love to rub shoulders with the people who have everything. Understand? Samam. Sameness. In every level it will be there. In immortality, there is no comparison of longer life and lesser life. If immortal I am, how does it matter how long my body lives? I don't want to kill it by deliberately. I take care of it, but in spite of that, it will go. In silence, which is the better sound? What is the comparison? What is the competition? Let us have a competition. Silence. What competition? But music, competition. Instrumental music, competition. Running, competition. Immobility and a competition. In sleep, what is the competition? In the waking, there is competition. Sleep, in a competition, sir. Same way in awakening, in waking, the consciousness, there is no competition. Only when you are aware, and it's so simple to be aware. We don't teach this primary principle in the schools and colleges. Of course, a child will not understand. The child who is yet to be aware of speaking, experiencing, he doesn't know even how to see or hear or taste and touch. You want him to be conscious? What nonsense. But the moment he grows up, he can be 5, 7, 8, 10-year-old. This time I went there for a talk. When I was asking certain question, my God, again there was a 6, 7-year-old child, so sweet, very nice girl. There was a big crowd. Whenever I was questioning, the adults were all keeping quiet. These boys, this girl, they are sitting down. Before I finish the question, answer, yes. Do you see your thought? Yes. Do you have a thought? Yes. Is there a time when there is no thought? Yes. From where he is talking that? But adults, very careful. Do you see your thought? If you say yes, then this fellow is always restless. So, no thought. Why? Right answer, you know. So stupid. So this knowledge, friends, it doesn't need hours and years, ages and ages. One moment. When the children are 10, 12-year-old also, you can start introducing them to these things. This subject must literally go viral. Some stupid joke going viral. Let it go, it doesn't make any difference. How do you get out of it? There are so many masterpieces you have watched, so many best music of the year, best theatre movie of the year, best athlete of the year. Have you ever found out somebody the best person of the year? When you say best person of the year means what? Scientist, artist, mathematician, politician, no. Or some religious fellow. No. The best is, everybody is the best. Samammi Brahma. That is why in your presence, if somebody feels inferior, you are a high-class idiot. Nor you give somebody an idea that he is better than you. You can give that for the satisfaction of others. Why pulling down somebody's helplessness? If somebody feels very comfortable telling that you are an idiot, yes, I am an idiot. But you be nice. When somebody listens to this knowledge, if the person feels, oh, it is so simple, so nice, I think I can understand it, you have made it. If the person feels, ये मेरे लिए नहीं है, what is this nonsense? No. Who you are, who I am, who everything is, samam. But all things we have will have differences. So see that oneness, then work for the relative world. I am happy with myself, why not have a bigger car? Why not a bigger house? Or why having only big money for myself, give it to everybody? Don't have to take credit, I am a charitable person. I am as I am, so beautiful. I am not more important because of my beautiful emotions or actions, nor I am anyway destroyed because in somebody's perception this action or speech was not very good. Nobody can take you away. So please now close your eyes, see that point very clearly. Shall you be better than some people? Should you be lesser than some people? Can you be better than somebody? In the relative world, yes, somebody can speak better, walk better, talk better, travel better, can afford things better. Somebody cannot. Somebody can be lesser than you. In the relative world, this is inescapable. But these divisions will not pull down somebody or pull up somebody, will not elevate you to certain heights or shall not degrade you to anything. Because all over, all the time you are lokatita, gunatita, sarvatita, samatmika. There is no field of comparison. It is an incomparable field of consciousness, where there is no competition, no comparison. Aheyam anupadeyam. And labdhvana aparam labham. Gaining which there is nothing further to gain or even lose. You can't lose anything in life. You are everything. You can't get something more because you are already everything. And that is the wisdom, the truth, that everyone is, everything is. know that and function in the relative world. If you choose to get some more, get it. If you can't get it, so what? Your fulfillment, your fullness, nobody ever takes away. You are comfortable with the universe. Universe is comfortable with you. Few human beings here and there will not make much difference. For you, they are all great. But in the eyes of the ignorant, wisdom has no place. So they can do whatever they wish. But you, samoham sarvabhuteshu, I am same in all the beings. Na me dveshyasti, na me priyasti. I don't hate anybody, nor I give more importance to something. But even such a person can be hated by people who are not aware of themselves. But that will not make any difference to the wisdom absolute. Understand? Relative conditions in space doesn't touch the space. Relative decibels of sounds will make no difference to the silence absolute. Be yourself. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Thank you. So, 11th, 12th, 13th, 3 days Madras class is there. So, those of you who are listening from Madras, please come, you know that informations. Thank you. Namaste.